The launch of Heritage Month is currently underway there, and taking to the podium is Defence Minister Angie Motshekga. Let's listen in.
Get their bodies. But to those families that we have been able to bring their children, we're very grateful for. But also appreciate, Minister, that you did dare to take this program with the vigor and enthusiasm it deserves, because it really deserves a lot, and we're very happy that we're here. Because if we recall in 2020, the President did announce the intention to repatriate 3 deceased leaders at the time. And now we're repatriating 39, which, as I say, for me, it's a very heroic and good move. The President mentioned the name of Duma Nongwe, who was one of the Secretary General of the ANC. And today we were shown, I thought it's 63 years after, 47 years. In his grave, as they were repatriating him, they found the ANC scarf, black, green, and gold, bound around him. So those are some of the great things that come with this program. As a Women's League, we always held Maposho, Florence Posho is one of our greatest leaders. Again, we are very happy as women that her remains are going to be repatriated. And the list is long, I have it here, but the President had mentioned Duma Nongwe will be coming, Florence Maposho will be coming, and also Basil February. And I know also from the PAC they'll be repatriating their former president. Again, for me, it's a moment of honor. And we're very grateful that we have this opportunity and we can reflect on the past that we come from. As a Department of Military Veterans, in the portfolio of Defense and Military Veterans, our ministry working with Department of Arts, Sports and Culture, working together to make sure that indeed we follow all the necessary protocols. And want to say upfront, Minister, if we've jumped any, committees and families should guide us. Because as African people, there's a whole protracted process around burying. That's why sometimes we take a week, we take a month, because we have to go through a number of processes. As a side, Minister Mackenzie, Dr. Ramokgopa has a cousin sister's married to a person from London, and when they lost their father, then he came to the burial, and then the family was asking him, it's a white family, what should we expect from the process? And our son-in-law said, they'll be coming every day, eating, drinking tea, crying, and laughing for the whole week. And on Saturday, the whole village comes, they slaughter beasts and animals, and for instance, I was so disgusted to say, we possibly had not even educated our son-in-law to say, for us, burials are a process. And I was happy when Minister said, even in areas where we're not able to retrieve our bodies, but where we know their souls have been departed, we'll go and fetch them. We do believe that we can fetch a spirit without a body. So we'll go and fetch those spirits wherever we find them. And that's one of the programs. So as Department of Defense, we'll continue because it's part of our mandate. We have a branch in that area, and very happy that we have also great partnership with DASRAC to make sure that ourselves as a Department of Veterans, because some of the commanders of these young people are still alive, that we'll be able to identify correctly, identify the families, and make sure that even the families are being assisted to deal with this very difficult situation where they have again to confront the losses that they would have experienced years back, but also experience of not having closure. And I'm glad with the program that the minister also will be rolling out, that we will be moving to other countries, because even yesterday in cabinet they were asking us, what about the other remains in Angola? And we had to assure them that we'll go for the remains as group wherever they are. In Angola we have a full site of our veterans or our soldiers who perished there. We have graves in anywhere you go. We have graves in Uganda, we have graves in Tanzania in particular. At Somafco, it's a whole place where Osolon Mahlangu are lying there, or their graves are there, and their messages are there. So there is a program to do that, and on our part, because we do believe in matters of heritage and memorialization. Because these people are our heritage, we're where we are because of them, but we also have to memorialize them for our children to understand how we got here. And I'm very grateful, Ambassador, that we had yourself from Zambia being the one who gives a message of support on behalf of the African countries, which were second homes for liberation movements. But also, I'm told lots of ambassadors are here, Zambia, Zimbabwe also, which had been homes for our soldiers. Botswana, for instance, we have graves there that we had to repatriate, Lesotho, Swaziland, all over the continent. So for me, Minister, it's a very sombre moment because it really opened wounds and tell us where we come from. As I say, wounds about graves which we will not even be able to get because those people were swallowed, were thrown into rivers infested with crocodiles. Some of them were burned alive in flag plus, so we won't find their graves. But this moment was saying to all of them, may their soul rest in peace, and our children not forget where we come from. And with all the difficulties we have, remember that as Africans we stood together at a very difficult time when it was not easy. And it is time for us again to remind each other to say, indeed, we're not singing for nothing to say we'll overcome, and we'll continue to overcome our problems of poverty, of unemployment, of violence, and again, working together as fellow Africans, we will indeed overcome. I want to thank you very much, and thank you very much, Minister, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for those words. And thank you also for allowing that flexibility in terms of the program. I would therefore request that our ambassador from Zambia come and give us a message of support. And immediately after that, we would request the paying of tribute to heroes and heroines by the representative of military veterans. Over to you, Your Excellency.
All right, so those are live visuals coming out of the Freedom Park memorial site, which is, of course, in Pretoria. And that's where we're expecting, if you like, the official launch of Heritage Month to get underway. We saw there President is Gaten McKenzie there, of course, in his capacity as the Arts and Culture Minister. Angie Motshekga has just spoken in her capacity as the Defense Minister. And the reason why she's there is largely centered around the theme for this year's launch, which is celebrating the lives of our heroes and heroines who laid down their lives for our freedom. It comes as no surprise then that she also made reference to SNDF soldiers who've died whilst in the line of duty, as they've been sent to be part of a number of missions on the continent to fight insurgencies and other militant groups. Part of what the minister has done there is given assurance to their families that they're working hard to bring back the remains of their loved ones. We'll certainly keep listening into the other sentiments that are shared throughout the course of the morning. I'll get you a sense of what else you need to know when we come back.